Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be going over how I made this thumbnail in Canva. So if you're interested in making cool thumbnails for your video or you need design inspiration, then you might want to stick around and continue watching this video so I can show you how I created this simple but cute design that pops out on your video for your videos, so you can use it on your channel to grab your viewers' attention and draw more eyes to your videos. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go to Canva's home screen, click on create a design, and I'm going to search YouTube thumbnail. So as you can see, it's already on my suggested because this is one that I use often. But if it's not on yours, you'll just type in YouTube thumbnail. You have all these YouTube options. Scroll down to YouTube thumbnail and you'll click on that one. So that's what we'll do. So this is going to open up a blank screen for us, and we're going to get started on our thumbnail. So we're going to go into our uploads. The first thing you want to make sure that you do is have your images uploaded into Canva from your phone, your laptop, iPad, whatever device that you're using. And to upload your images in Canva, you'll just click uploads over here on the Canvas Elements tabs, and then you'll go to upload files and you'll upload it from whatever device you're using. So you just want to make sure whatever device you're using has the photos that you want. Now, of course, obviously, most people, they just like to take screenshots from their videos to incorporate into their thumbnails as a preview as to what to expect in the thumbnail. So, of course, you would want to do that so your thumbnail is aligned to what's going on in your video. So I am going to make this a little bit bigger because I want 3 of the same photos to fit across. And I'm just going to drag that down until it fits the length of the screen. And I'm just going to press duplicate. And we're going to make sure these are, I just want to make sure it's no white line. Okay, that's pretty seamless. And I'm going to duplicate it again until I get a third one. Now, as you can see, we have this white space here. We don't want that. So I'm just going to highlight all 3 photos. And I'm going to drag out the white corner until the photos fit the entire screen. So now we have our 3 photos, but as you can see, we have a little white line in between them. So I'm just going to take the outside photos and just drag them over just a tiny bit until we get that flawless, seamless look. Just drag it over a little bit. So, okay, now we're good. Now you can see those white lines are not in between the photos anymore. The next thing I'm going to do is go over here to Elements, go to Lines and Shapes, and click this first square, and I'm going to drag this square out to fit the entire length of the screen until our photos are completely covered. So now our photos are completely covered. I'm going to just change the color, and I want this pink color down here, so I'm just going to click on that, and then I'll go up to our transparency bar here, and I'll just adjust the transparency until I get the desired look that I'm looking for. So as you can see, once you start adjusting the transparency, the images start to show in the background, and that's what we want. So I'm going to go about here. You can go even lower if you want. If you want just a more like lighter tint, that's really pretty, and even lighter than that, so it just kind of looks like more of a filter instead of an overlay, I guess you could say. So yeah, we're just going to go. I think that's cool. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. And then now, before I go and add that photo that I had on top of the original thumbnail, I'm going to work on the text. So I'm just going to click T on my keyboard, and I'm going to type in makeup routine in all caps. Okay, now I'm going to make it bigger. I think I want it a little bit bigger than that. And you can obviously adjust this to whatever size works best for you. I don't want it too big. Okay, this is a good size for what I'm trying to do. So now I'm just going to go in and change this font. So this is the font I used right here. It's called Bernuru. Correct me if I'm wrong. Expanded. But I'm going to use the no, I'm going to use the regular one. Yeah, that's fine. I like the regular one better because the ultra bold is like really bold. So I like this one better. I'm going to change the color to white. And now to get the words aligned on top of each other instead of side by side, I'm just going to click in between the words and press enter on my keyboard. And there we have it. I think I'm going to make it a tiny bit bigger. Yeah. It might be a little too big. Okay. That's cool. So now we have our letters and then we have our font style. I'm just going to go add in effects. So sometimes with Canva, I want to make sure that I add in the effects to the whole word. So you just want to make sure that this whole box is highlighted and you don't see the white blinking text line behind either one of these words, because then it'll only change that one word instead of the whole entire text. So anyway, once I have my text highlighted, I'm going to go to effects and use Canva's new outline design tool. So I'm just going to click on outline, and as you can see, it's gray. We don't want that. I'm going to change it to the same pink that I had in the background, but I'm going to keep the transparency the same. I am just going to adjust this thickness. Sorry for the noise in the background. That is outside. But anywho, I'm just going to adjust this thickness until I find the desired look that I want. Let's just decrease it a tiny bit. Okay, so I decided to keep it at 72. You can go ahead and make it as thick as you want. Like, let me just show you. It gets really bold, which I really like that too. Or you can just make it as... Okay, we'll just keep it right there for the sake of the video. So now this is our first text. Now I'm going to type T on my keyboard again, but this time I'm going to 1, decrease, and 2, go in and change. So I just want to make sure all the letters are side by side. So I dragged out this because, as you can see, once you drag that in, the letters go on top of each other instead of side by side. Okay, so I have my second text ready, but I'm going to change the font. For that second font, I used Heyyyy script. So I'm just going to click on that, and I'm just going to go ahead and type in my font. And I'll just put the best drugstore makeup products. The best drugstore makeup products. Let me just go back to the original. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that I had the correct text. So now I'm going to center this in between these two words, and I'm going to go up here to effects, click on neon, and there we have our glow. And you can adjust that as well, but I'll just keep it at 50. So That's why I decided to align the text on top of each other instead of side by side, because I wanted this middle space to be open. And you can also, let's say your word is a little longer, or you're using a different kind of text and the space in between isn't what you want, or isn't enough to add the second text in between, you'll just highlight the text, go to spacing, and adjust the line spacing. So it'll make the text, so as you can see, it'll space out the text even further for you. But this is cool for me, so I'm just going to keep it like that. So now we're going to work on our image that we had over top. And I'm just going to go back to my uploads, click on this theme image. But this time I'm going to remove the background. So we want to click on our image. We want to go up here to edit image. And like I said, if you don't have Canva Pro, just go into Google. There's so many sites you can use and search photo background remover or image background remover, and find a site that works best for you. Upload your photo into that site, download it to your computer or your phone, whatever device you're using, and re-upload it through Canva from that device. And that way you don't have to worry about having Canva Pro. But I'm just going to click on background remover. And now our background has been removed flawlessly. So let me just position this. Okay, it's in the center. So I just want to make sure that it's in the center. So now as you can see, we have these really like harsh lines from the background being removed, like around the arms, underneath here, and like just on the side of the arms mostly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I got rid of that. So we're going to go to elements and we're going to type in blur. And I'm going to use this first blur element here, and it's a free element, so you don't have to worry about using any one that has a crown or by it. If you don't have Canva Pro, this is fine because it is free. So I'm just going to click on this blur, and I'm going to change the color to the same color that we use for our pink overlay, but again, I'll keep the transparency the same because this is already a transparent element, as you can see. So we'll just click on that. And what I'm going to do is position it over any harsh lines that I see. And I'm just going to continue duplicating that until the harsh lines cannot be seen anymore. So as you can see, you just want to keep duplicating and adjusting it over the harsh lines to completely take them away from your video. Let's move. I'm gonna show you how to like add it behind your image as well, just to give like a standout glowy effect. So yeah, this takes time just to make sure that it looks the way you want it to look. So as you can see, those harsh lines are not as transparent anymore, and of course you can keep on adding more to get rid of whatever you want to get rid of if it's something else, or you could completely add them all around here and then just make this image bigger so her face pops out more. So that'll be cool too. And I'm just going to add, duplicate one more, but I'm just going to move these up. And I'll do the other side as well. Move these up. And then this time I'm going to go up here to position. So the ones that I moved on the side of her head more towards the top of the image, I'm going to click on position, click on backward, and I'm going to click on this until her hair is now overlapping our pink blur. So you just want to keep clicking it. Sometimes it takes a while until we get till Canva cooperates. Let me just make sure I'm move it over a little bit more. Okay, so as you can see now her hair is over that glow. And I'm going to click on this one and do the same thing. So sometimes you just might have to readjust it until it picks it up all the way. There we go. So yeah, sometimes you just have to play with how many times you click backward until it gets the desired look that you want. So as you can see, her hair is over top of these two blurs I put on the side of her head. And I think I want to add more. I think because I did more, I did more on the other side. So we have another one. As you can see, it kind of like places this blurred look over her head. We don't want that, so we're going to go back to position, and we're going to keep clicking on backward until, there we go, until, you know, it goes behind her head. And the cool thing about using blurs to add underneath your photos or over your photos is you don't have to have it a specific way. Like, you don't have to be meticulous about it. As long as you remove any harsh lines that you want and it looks the way that you want to look, it'll still look good. Like, this is not something that you have to get 100% perfect or have to place these blurs the exact same way in the exact same spots that I placed them. No, because one, your photo will be different once you remove the background anyway, so you might have harsh lines in a different spot. Like, you might have harsh lines at the hairline, I'm sorry. You might have harsh lines if you have a full-length photo. You might have harsh lines on like the sides or where your shoes are. Like, it just all depends. So you will play around with these blurs to remove any harsh lines that's necessary from your photo. So I'm going to go ahead and place this backward until it goes behind her head. As you can see, it does take a couple times to completely move this to a background layer. And let me just click off of here so you can see. So as you can see, we have like this blurred effect here for all the harsh lines that I didn't want shown through the images. And then we have just some blurs going behind her head, and it just kind of looks really glowy and like a highlight, and kind of just makes the image like stands out a little bit more, like for your viewers to focus on once they see your thumbnail. But like, as you can see down here, it's like this is a little bit too much overlapping. So as I said, it doesn't have to be the exact same way that I'm doing it. So I'm just going to move a few to like even out. So I'll take away that one. Just to, yeah, so that helped a little bit. Just so this is not like so bunchy, like bunched up over each other. So yeah, so I removed just 3 of them, and it kind of helped just give it like not so much of a like too much of the blurred like stacked on top of each other, even though it was fine the way it looked, but it's just a preference for me. So after I said this part of the tutorial does not have to be 100% the same way that I've laid it out. This is just an inspo and just to show you how you can use different elements to help you get the desired look that you want right in Canva. You don't need to go into a third-party app. I mean, you can if you want to, but this is like a lot easier just to work with one platform instead of using multiple, especially for me. So like I said, like the beauty of using this blur element is that 1, they have many different options available for you to use. 2, you don't have to have it a specific way. Like, you don't have to pay attention to how I'm moving it around. I'm just showing you like, oh, I wanted to get rid of the harsh lines on this image from the background being removed. So I'm going to place the blurs over the harsh lines, and then I wanted some on the sides of her head just to help it like pop out a little bit more. But the beauty of this, like I said, is that you can adjust these blurred elements to fit whatever you want it to fit. And just another tip for the blur is that you want your blur to be the same color as your background. So let me just show you that. Like if I change this to blue, let's say I just changed this little overlay to blue. Now the pink, it still looks okay, but I would want to go in and completely change the blurs to fit the background color just for a better look. Or you can combine multiple colors, it's up to you. And also, let's say, like, let me just show you, if you adjusted this transparency back to 100%, the photos went away, but that's not a point that I'm trying to show you. Like, as you can see that, like, the blue blur will blend sorry, straight into the background. So it also helps create a really smoother blur. But since we have our transparency lowered for the pink, it stands out more, which we wanted because we wanted our photo to stand out. So there you have it. That is the full tutorial for this thumbnail. I will have more thumbnail tutorials coming soon because I do have a few already pre-made. So be on the lookout for those at some other time this week. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. I'll be happy to answer them. And let me know what else you want to see. Please leave a like. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And also subscribe to my channel so I can continue making more great videos for you all. In the meantime, just go back and check out the tutorials I created for YouTube intros and outros. I am going to also have more of those coming soon because I have been working on more advanced YouTube intros and outros in Canva to bring to you all. So just stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back soon.